All right, let's get right into it. The global financial system is being completely rewritten as we speak, and what you are about to see is the playbook.
You know, Ray Dalio tried to warn everybody. He said the monetary order only changes once a century. And folks, that clock just hit midnight. But this isn't a war fought with tanks and soldiers. Oh no. It's a war being fought with something much quieter and a whole lot more dangerous. Yield.
For months, they've been telling you all those glitches in the system were just errors, simple mistakes. But this document right here, this proves it was never a glitch. It was a test, a deliberate dry run for the financial reset that is already underway.
Look, the timeline for this whole reset is speeding up. What I'm sharing isn't just information, it's about your protection. You need to subscribe and hit that bell because you are going to need the exit signal when the switch finally flips.
So that brings us to Section 1, the 100-year trap. This is Beijing's secret war against the dollar, and the scary part is, the United States is walking right into it.
The trap itself is just devastatingly simple. Just look at the scoreboard. Why on earth would any country hold US dollars that pay them 0% interest when China's Digital Yuan literally pays them a dividend just for holding it? It's not even a choice at that point. It's an inevitability.
And don't take my word for it. The results are already pouring in. Just look at this chart. The Russian-pegged stablecoin A75 has absolutely exploded to nearly $90 billion in supply. It's already flipping USDC and Tether in key parts of the world. The world is voting with their wallets, and they are voting against the dollar. Which leads us to the most dangerous part of all this, Section 2, the banker betrayal. You see, the US actually has a defense plan, but it's being sabotaged from the inside. The US Treasury knows it's backed into a corner, and this document we uncovered confirms their secret plan. The strategy, and I'm quoting here, is to weaponize stablecoins. They desperately need companies to print billions of digital dollars for one reason, to buy up US government debt. And we're not talking about a small player here. Stablecoins are already the 12th largest holder of US Treasuries. Just let that sink in for a second. These digital dollars hold more US debt than entire countries like India or Saudi Arabia. They are pretty much the only buyer left with an appetite this big. But here's the betrayal. While the Treasury is relying on stablecoins to literally save the system, the big banks are actively trying to kill them. They're pushing something called the Clarity Act. It's a legislative attack designed specifically to ban stablecoin yield. And why? It's simple. They just don't want the competition. This is what we call the force multiplier mistake. If the banks win this fight, if they successfully ban yield on US dollar stablecoins, then the US is bringing a knife to a global financial gunfight. China's offering yield. Russia's offering yield. If America offers zero, the dollar loses its reserve status, period. It's that simple. By the time I can edit and post this, the whales, the big money, they've already made their moves. This channel is for strategy, for understanding the big picture. But Telegram, that's for action. If you want alerts the second these documents leak, scan this code. It's for breaking news only.
All of this chaos leads to the government's ace in the hole, their contingency plan. Section 3, the secret weapon. When the banks betray the country, the Treasury needs a tool that they control. And that tool is RLUSD, Ripple's new, fully regulated US dollar stablecoin. It is the shield for the dollar.
So why RLUSD? Why this one? Because it's not some private company's little project. This is a state-level weapon. It was built with full regulation and compliance from day one. It was designed specifically for this debt-soak strategy. It is the only tool in the arsenal capable of countering China's yield trap. It has been confirmed this is the shield. Okay, let's bring this all home. This is where all the pieces click into place. Section 4, the 2026 Endgame. This is where the prophecy is confirmed and the path to generational wealth becomes crystal clear. Look at this timeline. None of this is random. Every single step was planned. First, the trap is set by China. Second, the betrayal comes from the banks. Third, the weapon, RLUSD, is deployed as the shield. And it all leads to the endgame. US debt becomes a global digital asset. And guess what? There's only one asset out there ready to power the settlement for this entire new financial system. And right here, this is the ultimate validation. This entire global strategy confirms the thesis we have all been tracking for years. When US debt becomes the digital asset, powered by RLUSD,
XRP becomes the neutral settlement layer for the entire world's reserve currency. Your patience is about to be rewarded in a very big way.
So you now know the players, you know the strategy, and you know the weapon. You have the who. But to really position yourself for what's coming, you need to see the when. I reveal the specific launch date, the one that's been confirmed on the secret ledger, in this video, right here.
Stay ahead in the crypto market. Subscribe now for the latest global news and updates.